Welcome back to Success with Steven. Today, I'm making a video for my subscribers who are interested in business credit and utilizing their business and leveraging that in order for them to either make money or to be able to expand their current business. So for today, I want to talk about getting your phone service in your business name. And I just created a new business on March the 1st. 2024. So it's been exactly 1 month. Just for an update on that, this new business finally has a Paydex score and it also has an Equifax score. Now, I have not gotten an Experian business score, which I'm still waiting for. But once I actually have a score and the rest of my Net 30 accounts are reporting, then I'm going to make a video showing you all of that information. It's just right now the information is incomplete, so it doesn't feel like it's necessary to talk about quite yet. But just keep an eye out for that. I will be doing that. I have a few videos coming about a couple of business credit cards that I have gotten, which would be the Goldman Sachs business credit card and the American Express Gold business credit card. And there might be two more that I also get that I may get after making this video. So if I do get those as well, then I will let you guys know. Another thing before we get started, I have been doing a lot of ETF investing. So if you guys would be interested in ETFs and dividends, please let me know. I know that sounds like something that is probably going to be very boring, but I'm going to try to explain that. I may do it anyway, just because I feel like it's something that needs to be expressed. I feel like a lot of older people talk about it, but I want to make sure that everyone knows exactly how much money they could make using ETFs and dividends and what compound interest does to investing over the long term. I think it's highly slept on. And I think if you guys could actually see what you could make from dividend investing and investing in ETFs, you would be shocked at how amazing that is. So if that would interest you, please let me know. I probably will do it anyway, just because I feel like it would be good information to have. But if there was something specific that you wanted to know, then let me know. Maybe in the future as well, because I've done a lot of the things. I used to day trade and swing trade. If you guys wanted to learn how to trade, then let me know. I also have a really killer strategy, especially because I've been in a lot of people's groups. I've been in a lot of Discords. I've joined a lot of programs. So I've learned some really good strategies that are, I don't want to say that they're fail proof, but they really make it very easy to be successful when it comes to trading. So I definitely would love to share that information with you, among other things, if you would like to hear it. Now, back to the point of this video. You want to get your phone service in your business name for a few reasons. One will be tax purposes. I think that's one of the most important reasons. I think you should have almost everything in your business. What you'll notice with a lot of wealthy people is they own nothing but control everything. And what I mean by that is they usually will keep everything in their corporation, their LLC, and whatever their business is, and they just control the assets of the organization. And thus, they don't have to own anything to control everything. Now, with that being said, that's a macro scale coming back down to a micro scale. We're just trying to get phones, right? You guys can also do this if you have bad credit. And I want to really preface that this works with bad credit. You can get a phone with Verizon for your business with no hard pull, no credit check. It's going to be simply with your EIN, and you can do this in as fast as 30 days. Okay? Because I know that's probably going to be the thing that's going to make you want this the most. Like, that's the hook. Let's be honest. That's the hook. You want to be able to do this with bad credit. You can do it with good credit. You can, again, it's great for business purposes. It definitely is great when you're trying to structure your business because you need a business phone number. And then I'm also going to go over the plans with you so you can understand how you can make this the most cost effective and exactly everything that you can get from it. So have successfully gotten a phone line with Verizon for my new business. This is a new business. I just started March 1st. Today is April the 4th, and I did it on April the 2nd, I believe. So this has been exactly almost 30 days, and I was able to get this. It does not take long to structure your business. I have 2 videos one on Net 30 vendors, and I'll probably put that here. I have another video on how to start a business within 30 days and structure it properly. I have both of those videos. I'm going to just put them somewhere here so you can take a look at those. And I would refer back to them after or go to them after you finish this video so you can get a little bit more information and exactly what I did and how I did it. Because around the time that I made that video, I had done exactly the things I talk about in that video, no more, no less. So right now, I actually have I have an iPhone 15. This is my business phone, an iPhone 15. I already had one number on here. All I did was added an eSIM, and I'm going to talk to you about that. I'm very well versed in Verizon. I worked for all phone carriers at one point: Sprint, AT&T, T-Mobile. So I know exactly what this works. I've opened many business accounts myself. So just know that, this isn't information that is synthetic. I've done this personally. Most of my jobs were all commission based when I did work, and almost half of them were telecommunications. The others were in banks or a technology company, like when I did Google Fi. So I've had many jobs. I've done many things. I know a lot of different things. That's everything I know is from experience. You're just getting probably 15 years worth of experience in a video format. That's just it. It's just I've done a lot. So with that being said, YouTube can do it's the same exact thing with or without having good credit. It does not matter. All right, so let's get into it. So the first thing you need to do, of course, is structure your business. And again, I already did a full length video on this, so I don't have to go over that. You can just watch that video after you're done with this video. So just a quick, brief overview, just a refresher. Structure. What do I mean by that? In order for you to have a business, you have to obtain an EIN through irs.gov. That's like your social security number for your business. You have to get a professional business address. I have an entire video talking about virtual addresses and comparing all the top ones, virtual offices and virtual mailboxes. You guys can watch that as well if you want more information on that. Using a professional business phone. So getting this number with Verizon Wireless was all a part of getting a professional business phone number. Now, when I first got the business, because you're probably wondering, well, how can I get the phone number if I don't have the business structured yet? I got a Google Voice number. Just get a Google Voice number and use that for your business number for the first 30 days. That's it. That's pretty much all you have to do. All you have to do is just get a Google Voice number. It's free. You associate it with your Gmail and you forward it from your phone number. Hold on to that number, and that's the number that you're going to transfer within 30 days. Now, for the Google Voice number to transfer it, you can go to Google to voice.google.com. To port the number, it's $3. If you just put it into Google support, there's step-by-step to show you how to port that number. Usually it takes 48 to potentially 72 hours. It doesn't take very long for that number to be transferred. You want to have a business email. Now, the great thing about this is when you make a website like Shopify, when you make one like Squarespace, which I prefer, and any of the other ones, there's a bunch of different websites you can use to create to create your business website. There's a bunch of them, right? When you use Squarespace, for example, because that's the one that I used, you can actually create a business email that they give you. It's a Microsoft 365. You can get that when you first make it. So when you make the website, you already get the professional email. It just kind of goes hand in hand. You want to apply for a DUNS number immediately. I applied for my DUNS number the same exact day that I created my business. And if you don't know what a DUNS number is, you can go back again, refer back to my videos. I also have ebooks covering this topic. I have business ebooks on how to create, how to structure everything. It goes into detail about all of these things. And we already talked about obtaining the business domain and website. When you obtain the website and do that, you also get the email. I think I talk about it in my other video, but the order of operation I would do this, I would create your website first, because when you create your website, you get your email. You need to have that email before you make the business, because you want to associate that email and that Google Voice number with all the information. Because remember, everything on a business is public record. It's public record. So you don't want your actual information to be public information. You don't want your phone number to be public. You don't want your home address to be public. So you need to get basically you get the virtual address, you get your Google Voice number, you make your website, you get your email, you do all of this first, and then you make your business. Then you go in and plug in all the information with your Secretary of State website. I also showed how you can start an LLC in 5 minutes. There's a video on that. And then again, ebook guides that you guys can get that talks about everything in depth if you want more information. So once you've done all of this, your business is, I would say, 50% of the way of being structured. The next thing you want to do, you want to register your business with the 411 with the directories. I mentioned that in my video. Again, ebook resources guides, they're all available on successwithstevensmith.com if you want to have all that additional information, but it's really easy. You just can Google 411 directory for your business. When you put your business phone number into the 411, it's going to start to do this effect where you're going to notice that you can find your business on Google. All of a sudden, it's all this metadata that's being sent to the internet about your business. You need this. This is a part of structure. When you structure just simply means your business is visible. It has an online presence, and any business can basically go to any resource that they use to find businesses, and they can find your business by name, by phone number, by address, by email. It's really the same as when you're creating a social media presence. Like if I have an online business and I want to be found, they need to know my website, they need to know my name, they need to know where to buy, they need to know for your business, they need to know everything. Your business is like a person. If you were to start off as a new individual, you're going to need a social, you need a name, you have a place to live, you're going to have a phone number, your business is the same way. Treat it like a person. It needs its own phone number, it needs its own address, it needs its own bank account, its own credit cards. That's what you're doing, right? But again, we're doing what the wealthy do. We don't own anything, but we control it. So this is all in your business name, right? This belongs to this entity, this other thing, but we control that thing. All right. So opening a business bank account is the next step. This was also very easy. I did this all within the first 30 days. That's the reason why I made the video on early warnings, because I was having issues with opening bank accounts. I fixed that. You guys could check out that video. With that, now you can open it with, I chose to do PNC. I also have one with Wells Fargo. I did one with Truist Bank, but with Truist Bank, I realized I wasn't in the region. So really, it wasn't going to do me any good by having it. So I had to close that. And then I have one with American Express. All right. And that's very easy. You just apply online. They're going to ask you for documentation. Because your business is not structured yet, they're probably going to ask you to send them your business license, your articles of incorporation, your federal tax ID, which you get from irs.gov, your EIN. When you do this, you're going to get a download of it, save all this information in one PDF. They're going to want all of that, and they might require 3 bank statements from your personal bank account. I believe American Express had required that from me. PNC didn't require that. Wells Fargo didn't require that. Truist Bank didn't require that. But you can pick the bank that works best for you. If you already have Bank of America, you have Chase, whatever, whatever works best for you, then you can go with any of them. Everybody has business bank account options. I also have a business bank account with Navy Federal, but that was for a different business. So I'm not counting that one. I'm only talking about the ones I did in the last 30 days. All right, and the last thing is create a Google business profile. Now with this, I never really got into detail about this. This is something that changed, and I just want to mention it. And I'm sorry again. I try to be as thorough as possible. I know I'm making this video long. I'm gonna put timestamps at the bottom, so if you already know how to structure a business and you don't want to hear this part anymore, you can skip it. Just go to the timestamp where I talk about more about the Verizon phone, what you need to do with that, and I talk about the price plans. Just hit the timestamp and skip this if you don't want to hear about structuring. Create a Google business profile. Now, here is something that I did not know. When I created my first business, it was a few years back, and I did a Google business profile. That simply means if you Google my business name, there's a profile for it that pops up on Google where you can navigate to it, where you can call it. There's reviews, if you had Yelp, all of that, right? It's free. You can actually make this for free, but they're doing this new thing where now if you have a business, you have to record a video of your business. You have to record like the business operations, the outside of the business. You have to. So here is what happened to me. I had a unique situation. As I was doing research, because I realized if I have a virtual address, I can't actually record this video. I found out that if you have a virtual address, here's what you can do. If you have a mobile business, you can make I actually made business cards. I made them on Canva. I never end up using these, but with these business cards for the business that I had made, you can actually record a picture of the outside of your business. So the outside of the virtual address place, you can record, show them your business card, or show them your car if your car is wrapped, like if it's a mobile business, but show them the business card. And then you would just go inside. Now, they did say that they wanted you to record operations, like opening the register. I would just say if you could just get your mail from there, that might work. But they want you to record a video. If you try to start a Google business profile, you're going to know what I'm talking about, and this will make sense, right, when you try. It's not like you need to have a Google business profile, but I do recommend it because it looks very, very good when they're searching, when underwriting looks up your business, and they can just find it on Google by just typing in the name very simply, having your name, your website, all that good stuff. Now, for me, here's what happened. I tried to create a Google business profile from 3 different emails. And when I did that, somehow they suspended one of the accounts. And I went back to the account and I asked them to unsuspend it. This was a mistake. For whatever reason, somehow they then approved it when they unsuspended the business. And then I was able to get a Google business profile without having to record a video. I never had to record a video. So I don't know if that's a hack, and maybe I could try it again with somebody else. But honestly, it was all a fluke. I don't know how it happened, but I was able to make my Google business profile. But if you actually have a business where it's not just a virtual address and you're actually able to do business operations there and you can show it, like, for example, if you have a virtual office with Regis, you can actually have an office space where you could go to once a month, depending on your plan. Like if you have Alliance Virtual Office, they have that option too. But if you just have a virtual mailbox, it may be a little bit tougher. But again, if you guys want more information on that, on making that profile, let me know. But we're talking about getting your phone. I know this seems like a lot, but trust me when I say I work for Verizon. I dealt with business accounts. Trust me when I say all of this stuff matters, and that's the reason why I'm saying it. That is the reason why I'm saying it. It matters. So when your business is structured, what happens is it becomes findable on Google. Your numbers in the directory of 411, people will check this. You have a Google business profile, they can find you. And you also will have a business credit score with at least Dun & Bradstreet and at least have it with Equifax. Experian always takes a little bit longer. So I'm going to tell you the exact date because I watch it every day. I'll give you the exact date when Experian actually shows my Experian business credit score. But right now, again, I have Equifax, I have, and I also have Dun & Bradstreet. And then one more thing, there was a guy who left a comment on one of my videos where he was saying, net 30s are trash. And, that's just an opinion, right? No big deal. But you do need to have a business credit score in order to get this. This is no PG. And even if you personally guaranteed it, you'd still have to have your business structured. So I want to make note that you can't get away. If you want to get the maximum business funding, you do need to have good personal credit. But there are some times that even with good personal credit, if your business isn't structured and you don't have good business credit, you won't be able to maximize your lending, and there's things that you will not be able to do. So just keep that in mind. He wasn't wrong 100%, but not right either. You do need to have your business structured, and you do need to have a good business credit profile, and that starts very easily with net 30s. As a matter of fact, if you guys do nothing else, make sure you get NAV. Why? The only thing I have reporting that's giving me a score right now is NAV. If I didn't have NAV, I'd have nothing. So right now, NAV is the only thing that's reporting. NAV is like My FICO or a credit monitoring app for your business, but it also has the additional benefit of reporting what I would deem a net 30 account to the business credit bureaus, and they report the fastest, and they generate a score for you right away. If I didn't have NAV, this probably wouldn't have worked either. So if you do nothing else, I recommend getting NAV. I recommend getting eCredible Business. Those at least go ahead and will give you at least 2, or if you use NAV, the Prime card, that'll give you at least 3 different business credit accounts that will report, probably within like 30 to 45 days. Anyway, we're structured. Everything that I told you is what I did, and literally I did a majority of this within 1 day. I did most of this in the first day, with the exception of doing the Google business profile, because that took a few days, and with the exception of the business bank account, because I did that maybe like a week and a half later. I gave it some time. So just keep that in mind. You can do all of this in 1 day from the day that you make your business. Just keep it in mind. Now, these are the recommended data points that I want you to have. You want to have at least an 80 Paydex score, an 80 Experian score, and a 550 Equifax business score before you start applying for things with business credit. Now, let me preface this by saying I don't have that right now. My Equifax score is like a 372, and I think my Paydex score is like a 75. But here's the difference. I want you guys to understand something. I have 2 phones right now. This is my iPhone 14 Pro Max. This is my iPhone 15 Pro Max. This phone is strictly for business. I have 2 numbers on this phone, the one that I just got and one I had before for a prior business. This is my personal phone. I only have 1 number on this phone. So when you're getting your phone with Verizon, if you structure your business within 30 days and you have a business profile that's showing on at least Dun & Bradstreet and Equifax, you will probably get approved right away. I want to say probably because no one can make guarantees. I don't know. I can't make guarantees, but you will more than likely get approved. But as you guys know, if you have AT&T, if you have Verizon, if you have any company, there's a thing called device financing. They all call it like different things. There is an amount that you get for financing your phone. If you have a new business, a brand new business, you will not be guaranteed to get device financing. If you make sure that your business is structured and has these data points, you will more than likely get device financing. So if you don't have these exact same data points, it doesn't guarantee that you will get the device financing. So if you don't care about that, you already have a phone and your phone has an eSIM. Most phones have them now. Most of the newer ones, you can have two numbers on your current phone, and in 6 months, you will more than likely qualify for it. That financing can be up to, I mean, I've seen it as high as like 10,000, 8,000, 6,000 for someone new, for a brand new business. On this one, I haven't even checked if I had it because I don't need it. I already have everything that I need. I have two of these. I could even put an extra number on this one if I wanted to. So I don't need any more new devices. But if you're looking for a new device, you want to make sure that these data points are hit before you go to apply. If you do not, chances are you'll get approved, but you're going to have to pay out of pocket for the phone, or they also have contract terms where you can get a discount on the phone. And then, you know, those may not be the most favorable. At that point, you might just want to wait the 6 months. You know, that will probably be the best thing that you can do at that point. So just bear that in mind, that in this situation, if you're approved without financing, you understand the reason why that occurred. And if you waited and you hit these recommended data points first, it maximizes the chance that you'll go in there and you'll be able to get whatever it is that you need to get. And of course, again, this is all just EIN only, no personal guarantee, and it can be as quick as 30 days. If you don't want to wait, you don't have to. You can go ahead, apply immediately. You'll probably get approved. If you have a phone with the eSIM, you can just throw a second number on there for 6 months, 6 months of on-time payments. They're going to give you the device financing. So you can choose which one you'd rather do. Depends on how much in a rush you are. If you're patient, it may take up to 60 days, but then you can go in there and get whatever it is that you need. Of course, no personal guarantee and no credit check. Now, before I show you how to apply, I want to go over a couple things when it comes to pricing. Because when you look at the plans, there are some plans that you won't be able to see as a regular consumer. And there are some things that just aren't going to be talked about. It's a situation where if you don't ask, then you just don't know. If you don't ask, then you just won't get it, right? So there are some really, really good plans that you could get that are very cost effective, that you don't have to pay a lot of money in order to have this second phone line. If you're already paying for one, I'm sure you don't want to spend a bunch of money on the second line unless you're going to be using this as your primary carrier. If you are, you can always transfer your phone line, your personal one, over to Verizon or move it over to this business account. And then you can always add the second line onto your phone if you have a device that has an eSIM. And that way you can just keep both lines on one device. All right. So let's check that out first. And as you can see, when you first go onto the website, you can Google this and just Google Verizon in business. You're going to see the Start 5G, the Plus 5G, the Pro 5G. And sometimes this can be very misleading because it would lead you to believe for one line it's $30, for for this one it's $40, for this one it's $45. And that's of course with autopay. With autopay you get a discount of $5. But as you can see here, this is for 5 lines. You have to reduce this down to 1. Now this shows you $65 or $70 without autopay, $75, $80 without autopay, $85 without autopay, and then $80. And then it shows you the plan details and what you get. So for 5G Start, you don't get 5G ultra wideband. For most of us, that's that high speed network. If this is your secondary line, this may not matter. You get a 5 gigabyte mobile hotspot, call filters, all these additional things. With this one, you get 5G ultra wideband on the plus, 100 gigabytes of premium data. You guys can go through this and check it out. It just depends on what you are looking for. Now, once you've chosen your plan, I recommend you take a look at some of the deals that are going on. Now, when we talked about a Google Voice number, with the Google Voice number, you're going to be transferring it over. There is a transfer promo, and we're going to find that right now. All right, so this is the promotion that I was looking for. So if you bring your own phone, remember we talked about just using the eSIM. If you bring your own phone and keep your number, you can save $600. And I'm going to show you the breakdown of what that looks like. So that $600 gets broken up into a credit that you're going to receive every single month. This is a current promo that's going on right now. All these promos are limited. So depending on the date that you're watching this video, this is probably no longer available. More than likely, it's usually a 30-day thing. All I'm saying is when you get there, ask them for promotional offers, what promotional offers are available. There's a lot of usual BYOD that they call it, bring your own device offers. And this one is essentially like $15, $20 off or $15 off of the plan. So when we were looking at the plans and we were looking at them being 65, this one I think doesn't count for that promotion, but this one does. We're $15 off. It'd be $60 and then $15 off of here. So that's just something you want to keep in mind when you go in there. Ask about promos just to keep it in mind. And then the last thing I want to show you is this is the thing that I did. And this is a limited time offer that's going on. But you can have 2 phone numbers on one phone when I mentioned the eSIM. With this one, it's special pricing where it's only $10 a month until June 5th, 2024. After that, it's $15. So this line that I'm paying for only cost me $15 a month. That's it. It's only $15. There's no activation fee. The activation fee is waived, and you get unlimited talk and text, including Mexico and Canada. It does not include data, but if you have a second line and you have like an iPhone, you are probably aware of the option that they have called data switch. You don't need to have 2 different data plans. You can use your data on your other number, or if you have a line with AT&T or whoever, you can make it to where you're only using data with that one. All right. So you don't really need that. You can save tons of money. It'll only be $15. This is something that you would have to ask for. It's not something you would just be told. So if you want to save the most money, go in there and that's your intention, or they tell you that you don't qualify for device financing. This is the alternative. Do the second number, $15 a month. Make sure you pay it on time. Don't miss a payment. And then in 6 months, when you will qualify for device financing, go ahead and you can change the plan or get a new device or whatever it is that you want to do. But this is definitely a way to keep everything cost effective if you did not want to spend a lot of money for a business line. All right, so that pretty much covers everything that we need to talk about prior to you actually applying for this account. You already know how to structure your business. You already know the time frame that you're looking at. 30 days if you just want to jump and get the account. 60 days if you want to probably make sure that you can actually get device financing, or wait until you have a business credit score with Dunn's, with Dun & Bradstreet, your Paydex score, Equifax business, and Experian business. When you have all 3 of those, you know that you're good to go. If you don't have all 3 yet, you can just jump at it and you can see you might still get the financing. If you don't, you know that the alternative is to get maybe a second line on your phone with an eSIM. Most new phones have them. All right, $15. So we know that we're not going to break the bank. This is probably the best case scenario, whichever way you look at it. But either way, it's no personal guarantee. It's no credit check. It's EIN only. Anyone can do this as long as you follow these rules and you follow this method. All right. Now let's look at what the application process looks like. So when you get started, there's 2 different options. And let me actually go back. I'm sorry. You go to get started here. There's an option that says bring your own device. I'm going to skip that because I think it's going to ask me to enter my IMEI. And I already did it. I don't have to do that. You can go online, go to get started. From there, you can click on the device that you're looking for. You can go to shop. If you want the Samsung Galaxy S 24 Plus, you would go ahead and click that. And then you would click the billing address. I'm just going to pick a billing zip code that I am not in. All right, now after that, they have you choose the plan. And as you can see, same prices that we were talking about, 65 and then 70 without auto pay, 75, 80. Of course, they're going to pick the one that you recommend. You would select the plan. And this is the device finance. I mean, not device financing, excuse me. It is the device protection, whether or not you want that. The mobile protection will protect the phone from lost, stolen, or damaged. And you guys can use your own discernment to determine what it is that you would like to do. And then boom, this is probably like a more higher price plan, but with your device, they're saying here it was $31.11, but you're saving $640.08 on your purchase today. You'll also get $100 off the smartphone. So that's a promotional offer. Again, I don't deal with those anymore, so I don't know what the latest ones are, and they change every month. So you'll have to be the one to go ahead and take a look at that and to figure out which one is going to be best for you and best for your business needs, and which device that you need, or if you need tablets or what have you, smartwatches, they're all there. You can determine whatever it is that you want. $13.33 a month, your $85 plan, your taxes, your mobile protection, all of that. And this is your total. And this is with taxes and surcharges. That'll change depending on your state. But let's hit continue, because that's basically how it would look for anything. Now, this is where it says, let's run a soft credit check to approve your business. So this is where you're going to put your first name and your last name, your position with the company. You could just put owner, and I could put new. Let's just do a quick email. And then you hit continue. From here, you put your business name, you put your business phone number, and you put your business address, right? So I'm going to just say, let's go 1234 new business. Business phone number is going to be 504 678 9855. Business address, it could be 123 Street. I just picked something random. Gonna hit continue. It's gonna ask for the authorized signer's home address. My recommendation is that you put your your personal home address, because if you order devices or replacement things or whatever will have you, they're gonna send it to your business address, or your virtual address, or your virtual mailbox. Even though I'm sure all of them can collect the mail for you, you probably would find it easier for it to just come to your home, right? So you would put in, I just selected same as business address, so I don't have to type it in, but you would type in your personal address that you want everything to be mailed to. Now see right here, check this out, guys. Right here, by adding your social security number, we'll be able to give you more credit options. As you can see, that's optional. You don't have to add that. All you need to do is add your federal tax ID, your EIN number, and then you're also going to add your date of birth. Now, this is going to come up. It's going to say, to continue, help us verify your identity. You're going to scan this QR code, and then it's going to have you take a picture of the front and back of your driver's license, as well as a self-portrait, and it can take 10 minutes to complete. Once your identity is verified, you'll be returned to the website, and then you can complete the checkout process, and that is the entire process of getting your business line with Verizon Wireless with EIN only, no credit check. Now, a couple of more points. One, if you don't qualify or it asks you to call, simply just call them. Just call them. They're probably going to ask you a couple of verification questions, and then you should be fine. Don't run multiple applications here online and then go to a Verizon store. If you do multiple applications, it will look bad. You don't want to run multiple apps. If you start it online, just finish it online. If you'd rather go in person, go in person. But just be aware that when you go in person, you want to make sure you have your business in order, because then at that point you will have a person their job is to make sure that you are a legitimate business. And if they feel that you're not a legitimate business, they do have the right to deny your request to approve the account. So bear that in mind. In my personal opinion, I think you're better off taking your chances over the phone and online than going in person. If you want to go in person, create the account first, get everything established, create your online profile, do all of that, and then you can schedule a in-store pickup. That's my recommendation. You don't have to do that. That's just my recommendation. And again, I can't say what's going to happen for everyone because everyone's business is different state. It's going to be a different structure. Some people don't follow every direction. They jump the gun, and then they have a question where they don't divulge everything that they did or didn't do. So you can't even really give them a answer on why it did or didn't work properly. So my best advice, make sure everything is structured. The more structured that it is, the more likely you will get approved for this account. And it's not a hard account to get approved for. Trust me when I say it's fairly easy if you know what to do. When you don't know what to do, it probably seems harder than what it is. But I believe if you follow this video step by step and you did all the things to structure your business properly, this should be very easy and very quick. And again, bad credit, no good credit, doesn't matter. This is not going to be a personal guarantee. So you shouldn't have to worry about that. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you can email me. You can put it in the comments. I will respond. Again, when it comes to this type of thing, I've been doing it for a long time. I am well versed in this. If you did get approved for your line, I would love for you to leave a comment and just say approved. Please leave a comment, say approved, put what device you got, what plan you chose, what promotions are going on, because I can guarantee you whenever I put this video out, it won't take long for the promos that I showed you to not be available. They will not be available. I can almost guarantee that. But there will be new promos. And, share them with people. Share your experience. I like to make each video a resource hub. So it's not just the fact that I'm telling you what I've done. It's the fact that you can also share your experience, and then other people read your experience and they have a better idea of what's going on, especially if this information somehow became outdated. So please do that. Like, subscribe. Let me know what other videos you would like me to make. I really do go through every comment to try to make as much as I can to appease everyone. And then there are some things that I'm going to probably do for just myself, just because, again, there are new things that I'm doing that I want to share in real time. We're going to continue doing business credit. You're going to continue seeing me make funding videos. You're going to continue seeing me probably make business credit card videos. There's a lot of things that you're going to continue seeing me do. But on top of that, I also want to make sure that we're talking about investing in ourselves for the future. And I do think that that's going to heavily involve me showing you how to invest in ETFs, index funds, and dividends. And everything's been amazing. You guys are amazing. The one-on-ones have been amazing. And I'm just very, 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 very happy with everything that we've done with this channel. And I just want to get more information out there and become more of a valuable resource for you guys. I should be doing my first one-on-one coaching next week about business credit. I've thought about making this a separate product. Let me know if I should, because I have been getting requests for people to do coaching when it comes to business credit and business finance. So I may do that already. If you guys would like that, let me know. And I'm not going to keep you anymore. Talk long enough. I'm sorry. You guys have a wonderful day, and thank you for your time.